kind of an emergency, but not really an emergency podcast going on tonight. Joe's back from Bandon. We just wrapped up the players. It's Sunday. This is the Chasing Daylight podcast. Have we ever done a Sunday podcast?
Maybe once.
I think, I think you were going out of town, sort of similar to this situation.
Yeah.
All right, so it's late on the West Coast, kind of. I mean, I'm almost 50. It's really late for me. Joe just got back from a trip to a quick trip up to Bandon. Jeremy is you. I'm sure. What do you got to do? You probably have a lot to do tonight, don't you? As you prepare
I got
for
work stuff
week.
after this.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna get short, simple, quick, but we wanted to put a show out because I'm headed out of town and not gonna be. I'll be on the grid, but off the grid, kind of as far as my golf life goes. So let's Joe. We'll get into Bandon here in a minute. Jeremy, I know you were watching the players. Some this afternoon. You played golf this morning. But what? How do you think the tournament went?
I mean, I pretty much watched all of Thursday, Friday. I didn't watch much of yesterday, and I watched some today. The course was tough. It was just really difficult. I mean, that course looks amazing, but I mean, Scheffler, I don't know. He just took it.
He ran away with it. He just absolutely ran away with it. And I was excited because Hovland started bad, but then bounced back and then was climbing up the leaderboard. I mean, he had 4 very makeable putts that he just burned the edge. That would have got him if he made those within a stroke. But I mean, Scottie just that run of 5 birdies.
Yeah, pretty wild.
Just locked it up. So big congrats to him. It was unusual seeing 3 pin placements on 17 all on the left side. Normally they like to do 2 and 2, 2 on the right, 2 on the left, but 3 on the left side. 3 aces for this tournament, which was the one today from Smalley that bounced in. It one hopped in.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was
off the fringe, right?
Yeah, just hard bounced right in. And when it first happened, I thought it bounced off the bulkhead there on the wood, but no, off the turf and in. So that was pretty cool. Aaron Rye had one, and who was the other one? The first
Buckley.
day,
Hayden Buckley.
Hayden Buckley, yeah. Another huge tab and no money for making the cut. and at that event, I'm sure there's some high class drinkers that wanted some.
I'm sure, yeah. And Max almost dunked one on that par 4 with that driver. That was sick.
Yeah, that was good. Well, Cameron Young too. He almost put one in. Fun Pete Dye, man, just amazing.
It's so different.
Oh, I love the view from the tee box looking down the fairway, and you see it, and then they go to the aerial overhead over the green looking back down the fairway, and you're like, holy crap, they have to hit through that. The trees kind of blend in as you're looking down the fairway, but these the overhead, and you see how much it cuts in and turns, and it's like, wow.
It's amazing. It's pretty wild spot.
Makes those guys really uncomfortable. So biggest paycheck in golf ever. Right? Right? Yeah. Scottie gets another win. I mean, I need to look real quick. How much has he won this year? It's got to be up there.
Scottie winning. Obviously, I mean, those guys are just swapping world number 1. Like, it just feels like every week. The only thing I didn't like about it was that there wasn't anyone there to catch him and make it dramatic towards the end, which would have been nice, just to have some drama, but good for Scottie. We watched the final round in the Eugene airport and on the plane, and so we watched quite a bit today. But
$10 million he's won this year.
Crazy.
Whoo.
Dude, and last year I think he had the most, like 13 million or something, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was up there.
It's crazy. He's won almost $33 million.
Since he's been
That's
around.
insane.
That's
Just
nuts, dude.
nuts. But he's winning these events with that, that are big events. And
yeah, he shows up.
He's got a players, he's got a major, he's got a designated. I mean, sky's the limit for this guy. I kind of, I don't know. Reed said the same thing in our text chat. Kind of boring. There's no drama. I don't know if I can call it boring watching one of the elite players in the world like dominate one of the hardest golf courses on tour.
I wouldn't call it boring.
It was a pleasure for me to watch. It was, I mean, he was like a surgeon out there, and some of the putts that he made was just
some chipsky inners.
Oh, that chipsky inner was just a good golf to watch. Good golf to watch, and I know we're a little different than the average viewers. We kind of geek out on stupid stuff like that, but I think I'm not a huge NBC golf fan, but I think they did okay on the telecast. I'm still not a Azinger fan. It just seems like it's either the greatest shot in the history of golf or the worst shot in the history of golf with everything he says. So, you're really gonna hate that, right? Whatever. But it was, I think it was a successful event. It's going to be hard for LIV to live up to something, pun intended, going to Tucson. I mean, they're going to try hard. So we'll see. Tour takes a little bit of a lull here with Valspar staying in Florida for the Florida Swing. The field for this one, it's going to be uber critical. That's all anybody's going to be talking about. There's nobody at this event. But you think we just had the Farmers, Pebble, Genesis, Waste Management, Arnold Palmer players. I mean,
we had a run.
We had a fantastic run of amazing golf.
Yeah,
so
totally.
It's okay for it to chill a little while. The Masters is less than a month away.
There's something pretty cool coming around the corner, so chill out. It's it'll be here soon.
Take it easy. So before Joe tells us about his golf at Bandon, Jeremy, you want to give the listeners an update on the dormant Aliante?
Yeah, it's dormant for sure, but there's patches of green coming through. The greens were actually really good. They were quick. They weren't too bumpy, but the fairways are just white, and it's like it wears on you for after a while. Like sometimes you can't see your ball, or you're just like, I had sunglasses on the entire time, but it was still too bright because the sun was just beating down on it. But I always say this, but I think Aliante is a really cool course. I just wish it was the conditions were better.
It's a
I
fun
think it's
layout.
fun, and there's some good holes
It's a fun
on it.
layout.
Bunkers are good, greens are good. It was fun, but could have been better.
I can tell you that Lexington is in amazing shape.
I saw it from the airplane today. It looked really nice.
Oh, it is very green, very lush. The bunkers are maintaining their new sand very well, even with all this wind we've had. The greens were rolling great. Couple holes had some pitch mark issues, of course, but for the most part, man, I mean, it was in fantastic condition.
Yeah,
nice thick rough, and this time of year you don't get that at too many places. So it was I had a good time out there, and I was talking with Jeremy about it today because he swung by to pick up his sticks. I made a grip change. I talked about it last week a little bit with that video from the YouTuber that I linked. And after 5-iron on Tuesday, I chatted with Dan and Bob about their left hand. I said, if my right hand was that jacked up, maybe my left hand is too. And yeah, it was. It was not good. And so I came home and worked on it for a couple days before playing Thursday. And major difference in my ball striking and consistency of ball flight. I'm a little freaking giddy right now.
Nice.
I had a couple little boneheaded swings that didn't help me score well, but and burn the edges on, God, at least 8 to 10 holes. I mean, it could have very easy been a really good scoring round, but I am pumped about that. I never realized how off I was on my left-handed grip, and so this just goes to show you that, you know, if you're struggling with something in the game, no matter what it is, go back to basic fundamentals.
Yeah, start at the grip. Yeah,
start from, you know, stance, posture, grip, and everything else will come in to play. So I'm excited to announce that I have left the depressed state of golf. I am back in the excited state of golf, and I'm very much looking forward to Mountain Falls because, yeah, there's some good stuff coming from me. That's all I got to say about that.
Sweet.
All right, Joe, let's hear it. Tell us about your little adventure up to the PNW.
Yeah, quick trip. Me and Dan went out there, met JP and David, also known as the Golf Homie and Quest for Par on Instagram. What was really cool about this trip is the direct flights from Vegas to Eugene on Southwest, and they were like $90 each way, so that was a win. But we got there. It had been, as we know, like Oregon's been getting dumped on with rain and snow and just buckets of rain, and also it was raining when we left today, and it's supposed to rain a bunch this week, but we got some fantastic weather.
Yeah, you did.
When we got there the night before, stayed and went and grabbed some tacos at Wilson's Market, me and Dan, and then we met JP and David the next morning for Bandon Trails, which was our first round. It rained. We were on the range and it rained a little bit, but it only rained for like maybe 4 holes, and it was just a quick second of like it dumped for like maybe 30 seconds, and then it just kind of sprinkled on us. But we really lucked out with the weather. It was great. Really cool to see them clearing out the new par 3 course, which we were told it's supposedly supposed to be 19 holes, which will be sick. They had some of the flags out there, so you kind of see some of the holes, which
that's
I'm
a lot
excited
of par
for that.
threes.
Yeah, supposedly what the dude that we talked to about, he said they're hoping it'll be done in a year, so it may be done when we go next year in August 2024.
Awesome.
Yeah, but Trails was sick. I was again just hitting my driver outstandingly. I don't know, something about that place.
So did your opinion change of Trails? Because I know last time it was your first course, the jitters were kind of out there. It was your first experience at Bandon when we played, and Trails like didn't do it for you like I thought it would. Did it any of your opinion change on the course?
Yeah, I think so. I was able to digest it a little bit better this time.
That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, I carried my bag on each round as well this time. I didn't push. But yeah, I definitely think that I was able to digest it better and really understand some of the contours and the ripples in the fairways and how the land moves. And yeah, it definitely moved up. It's probably number 2 now. So Pack Dunes Trails probably for me now, which used to be OG Bandon, which is great. But yeah, definitely it was nice to play Trails again. I was happy we did that one.
Did Mac move up the list at all for you or no?
I think the new rating for me now is Pack, Trails, Mac, OG, Sheep. I think.
We're really close now. We just got 1 and 2 is our only difference.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the new rating for me. Granted, I do want to play Pack again. That's the only one I haven't played twice now, and we didn't finish our second round on Bandon. So
yeah,
but yeah, Trails was awesome. It was great. The sun came out towards the end, and it was fantastic. round took a little bit longer than we thought it would, but we got over to OG, and it was packed out there, man. It was stacked up. Like we turned the corner on number one on Bandon, and it was just, we saw like 5 groups. And it's just like, oh, this might be a long one.
Yeah, some of your videos, you guys are just hanging out on tee boxes, just waiting.
Yeah. I mean, it was still fun. It was sunny. Only had a little bit of rain on holes 1 and 2 when we played Bandon, but it was great. Dan's foot started throbbing, and he was hobbling around that place.
What's up with that, man?
Yeah.
What shoes was he wearing? Looked like he was wearing the True Knits.
He wasn't wearing Knits.
Okay.
He was wearing the Lux Pros.
Okay.
I think.
Man, I'm sure
Lux Pros.
I'm sure that sucks when you're out there and you're far from, you're not gonna leave, and you just got this pain that you're just suffering through. That's all you can think about is just making
It's
it.
like
to the
I'm
end.
at the greatest place in the world, and I have a limp.
Yeah. And we probably could have squeezed in like 14 and maybe 15. But we made it to 12, which was great. Little sunset, par 3. I ran across 15 to go to see 16 just because I didn't think we were going to make it. So I just ran over there just to look at it again. Still amazing, breathtaking views. Did not cry this time. But, and then we played 13. And then at that point, you are kind of like, should we head up 18 to go to the clubhouse, or do we go up 14 and get further away from the clubhouse?
Get out of the point, yeah.
So we probably could have squeezed in 14 and 15. David was like down. He was loving it. And I was just like, we can't put Dan through this anymore. Like, let's just call it a day, So yeah, then we just walked up 18 and hit up McKee's. No meatloaf this trip.
What?
Yeah, I was not very hungry when we finished because we had that scarf down that sandwich.
Wait.
Yeah.
You went to Bandon and went to McKee's, but didn't have the meatloaf.
I did not this time. I was not that hungry. So I ordered it. We were all ordering, and I was kind of between like a salad and some soup or meatloaf. And I ordered the meatloaf, and JP was like, "Man, I'm proud of you for ordering some." He's like, "I thought you were going to order something different this time, man. I would have been proud of you." And I sat and thought about it for a minute.
Oh, he talked you out of the meatloaf.
I thought about it. I'm like, I'm really not that hungry. So
he got all up in your kitchen.
He did. I got the chili and salad. So, but chili sounded really good at that point too.
Oh, when
chili
it's cold
was good.
and...
Yeah, it had a little bit too much cumin or saffron in there or something, but it was good. Yeah. So no meatloaf this trip.
So how did you? So you guys carried all the rounds you played, right?
Yes.
How would you like that compared to using a caddy? Did you use a caddy in the Solstice?
No.
Okay.
I push carded it.
That's right. You pushed, yeah. Which I think is honestly harder than carrying.
I think it is, yeah. I think I'd rather carry it for sure. I mean, my lower back, like side muscles are kind of raw right now, but that's maybe because I haven't used them too much. But I think carrying it, boosts the experience up a little bit other than pushing it. Because some of those hills, like pushing or pulling a cart up some of those hills, it sucks, dude. And like trails,
like 16 on trails. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, going up the Ghost Tree hole, like that push sucks. Going up 7 on Max sucks. Down, going down on 8 sucks. Going up on 15 and then down, yeah. But yeah, I definitely like carrying a lot more. Yeah. Yeah, I will be carrying. I don't think I'll be doing a push cart.
How'd the vessel do for that? Are you looking for like a Bandon carry bag now?
I would love to get one. Yeah, totally. I mean, I was looking at maybe getting one before we left, but I didn't get one. So going in March this time, having to carry rain gear and extra stuff, that vessel didn't, like Dan had to carry my rain pants because my zipper popped open because it was so full. So, because I had a rain jacket in there, I had like a beer in there. I had my beanie, because it's tough because you don't really know what to expect. Like you can look at the forecast, but that doesn't mean that's
Doesn't
what
mean
it's going to
shit.
be. You got to be prepared out there. So, yeah, Vessel's cool, but it needs a little bit more in the pockets for me. And I don't know if like a carry bag's going to have, that much room either, but there's no perfect bag out there. You just got to find what works for you.
I'm curious how this pink hoofer bag that I got is going to do, because I'm really liking it. It's for a carry, so I'm curious if it's going to work.
Yeah. I mean, going in August probably won't need like as much stuff with you, but you do never know. You really don't. But yeah, that was the first day. Second day, we only had a tee time on Old Mac at 11:30. So me and Dan went down to the town of Bandon, stopped at Bandon Coffee, which was amazing. Good coffee. Ooh. The biscuits and gravy was fire. I got a lox bagel, which was great. Dan had a breakfast sandwich, which was really good. So kind of walked around the town. Yeah. Okay. We kind of just explored, took Dan over to the rocks off the coast. Just kind of gave him a quick little tour, and then we turned back around, went back to our rental, picked up our stuff, and headed up. We went up to we stopped at the Punch Bowl when we first got there the first day, and just kind of messed around. But yeah, we went up there, and then I don't know, we were just checking out the shops, I think. And then we met up with JP and David and played Old Mac, which probably that day in Bandon is probably going to be one of the best days of the year that they'll experience weather-wise. And it was great. It was, 50 degrees, 52 degrees and sunny. Not much wind.
Can't beat it.
Yeah, I was gonna do shorts and a polo, but I wore pants, but I was fine. Yeah, it was great. Old Mac was obviously a lot of fun. Some of the greens were dirt because they've just been getting pelted with rain. So I think people playing in the rain and just stomping it in some of those spots where it's not like draining,
just gets
killed
beat
some
up.
of them. Yeah, that was the only downside for Mac. The rest of it was fantastic. So much fun. Love it. Probably top. The trails turn shack might be better than the Old Mac turn shack, but the turn shack on Old Mac has the greatest view.
Yeah, that view is spectacular.
It's amazing. You just chill out there, and yeah. But yeah, once again, striping my driver. It was fun, man. That was a really, really good day. So after Old Mac, we didn't have another tee time, so we ran over to Preserve, and they said if this 445 group does not show up, you guys can have it. So we're like waiting around in the pro shop, and it's like 4:43, and they're like, all right, you guys can go.
Nice.
So we got on like right in the nick of time and talked everyone into going barefoot. And
should have had somebody scouted in the parking lot, was seeing a group come up and go, "Are you 445?" They moved you to 5.
Yeah. We got lucky. So I was super optimistic all weekend and just saying the clouds are going to part. It's going to be sunny. We're going to get on Preserve. We're going to do this, and it all worked out perfectly. Worked out really well. We finished Preserve, which it was a little dark towards the end, but Dan had never played Preserve either.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
That wasn't open when he was there, and I think it was like the third hole. He looked at me. He's like, I get it now. I get it. Because it's
special.
You held it in such high regard, and yeah, it's vibes, ultimate vibes.
Special.
Like, it's so much fun. We were playing birdies and KPs, and I shot it even score on that course. All my par shots were good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do. The undulations and the shots you got to hit are,
Well, if you didn't make birdie, your par shot wherever it was a gimme. So.
Oh, okay.
That's how we played
it. I retract.
But it's a hard adjustment too when you're playing barefoot, and it was a little soggy out there too. I was pulling it a lot because it's so different to like kind of push off with your front feet when you're barefoot, but it's the best, man. It got a little cold towards the end, but it was well worth it.
How'd the OG shoes do for you?
They were, I ordered them, and they came and I wore them to like a half day of work, trying to break them in. And first day they were okay. The second day they were much better. They just needed to be broken in. They were kind of squeezing my toes in some spots, but second day they were much better. Actually, I didn't wear them the second day. Second round they were much better, I think is what it was. Because I just wore my OG like knit ones on the second day.
Did the Lux come in?
Yeah, I just tried them on. When I got home today, they feel pretty good.
They're really
they feel pretty good.
I was surprised how comfortable they were once I slipped them on.
They have a little bit different feel.
Yes,
but they feel good.
But when you stand up and your feet sink into them,
yeah, it's like a memory foam kind of situation.
Yeah, it's really unique.
Yeah, a little different from other shoes I've used or worn. Yeah. I wish those had come before I went out there because I think they would have been much better for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm impressed with them so far, and I only tried them on, but yeah, I'm excited to give them a shot.
Nice. Well, I got nothing really else to talk about. Like I said, our picks this last week. We're not gonna. The odds I don't even think are out for Valspar, so we'll have our picks. In our text chats, and they'll be known before the tournament starts. Made a huge bump with my Victor Hovland pick in the one and done. We're getting closer and closer. I'm on Cal's heels now, and the gap has been shrunk a lot.
Yeah, totally.
Also made up a lot of ground in our little FedEx Cup thing that we do. Jeremy, back-to-back bad outings for you, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Need to get out of that funk.
Yes, because you were on a run there for a while. But Jeremy's got 626 points. Joe's 165 back, and I'm only 194 back now. Not too long ago, I was 600 points back. So
just climbing. Just
slowly working my way up the ladder. Yes, you got any golf planned this week, guys? Because I'm headed to New York.
I got my match on Saturday or Sunday at Wild Horse.
Oh, yeah. Who are you playing?
I'm on the list for that. So,
is it Jack? Because
no, my mind just went blank, completely blank. I even
because I'm pretty sure if I would have beat Betterman and then beat Jack, I was going to play you. And since Betterman didn't show up, Jack advanced. So I think you play Jack.
No, I don't play Jack. I play one of the older guys who they were all shocked that I told him I was going to play at Wild Horse with him because I guess he knows that course really well, but that's like the time I could play. So
it is what it is.
Yeah. But I'm kind of looking forward to getting over there. It's been a bit, and need to see Darden's Gardens, at least a couple times a year. So
never a bad trip when you go to Darden's Gardens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the list for that too on Sunday. So
cool.
I should be out there. I don't think I got anything else planned. So
yeah, we finally hit 70s, and I'm ready to go hang out in snow in the 30s and 40s.
What do you got? You guys are just going just to go?
A little spring break family trip.
Yeah.
My oldest is in theater, and
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and she just got the lead in Mary Poppins, and so we were thinking of things to do for spring break, and so we're gonna go watch a couple Broadway shows and go do some touristy stuff in the NYC. So
yeah, New York's fun.
I'm taking a break from golf. I mean, I'll still be on all the socials and doing all that stuff that I normally do in my downtime, but yeah, gonna be hanging with the fam and gonna go see some historical sites and on the East Coast.
Fun.
Yeah, the weather's not good enough to go check out Wingfoot, so that's kind of a bummer. But hey, it happens.
Bethpage Black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Sleep on the sidewalk.
Nope, not doing that. Not doing that. But I in April I'm going to Hawaii, and it is a Southwest flight directly to Kona. So, bags may be coming with me because I don't have to worry about the $50 transfer fee and all the jacked up rates they give you for bringing bags to Hawaii. So we'll see, maybe. I did, Joe. Did you see I got my new UST shafts?
I don't know if I saw that.
Yep, they're here. So those are going to get built when I get back. And also my wedges from Corey Paul are coming.
Sweet. Yeah, those look good.
Yeah, so the world will get to see those on Tinker Tuesday. We'll be posting those out there on my Tinker Tuesday, so everybody can see those. That's what's coming up next in the bag. Tell you that putter grip was different. It was different.
I'm sure.
I made some good putts with it. Like I said, burned a ton of edges. I'm not really fond of it lag putting, but 10 to 15 feet, that range, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm looking forward to getting the TaylorMade GT Max game improvement putter.
Yeah,
and putting one on to see what happens with that. So. But that's all we got, Joe. Mr. Tired, Sick, World Traveler. Let's bring it home.
Yeah, thanks for listening. This was a quick one because I am dead tired. It's been walked 28 miles in the past 2 days, so I'm ready. I'm ready for my own bed and ready for a nap. So, but thanks for tuning in. We'll be back energetically next week. And hope everybody enjoys the week. Enjoy the Copperhead Valspar situation coming up with JT is in the field, so we got a star there. That'll be fun. But yeah, tell your homies, tell your friends. We'll see you next week. Later.